everyone. Welcome back to our fourth and final Mentor Month Facebook Live. Today we're doing a little bit of a Q&A with one of our mentors, Dr. Joe. As you all know, my name is Paige. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Paige. I'm our Director of Special Events and Communications. I'm really nailing it today. Anyway, so we're back here with Dr. Joe. This is our fourth one. He's going to tell us a little bit more about why he became a mentor, what he's seen in his mentee and, over their time together. And then also one thing that makes Dr. Joe extra special is this will be your second year participating in our Friendshipable fundraiser. So
True.
We're so appreciative of all of our mentors and everybody who joins us in our fundraising efforts. Because this year, as you know, we're trying to raise $125,000 to support 25 friendships and build a satellite office in downtown LA so we can better support families throughout that region of Los Angeles. So without further ado, I do want to mention you and Cristobal were matched almost a year ago. We were coming up on your one-year anniversary.
One-year anniversary, correct.
In early February. So tell us a little bit about how you found out about Walk with Sally, how you got involved, and
Sure.
How everything came to be with you and your mentee.
I will do that. Let me start from the beginning. My experience with cancer. First thing, this is what Walk with Sally is all about. My wife of 44 years came down with cancer, and she fought it for 2 solid years. And then she went from 128 pounds down to 70 pounds. And then on June 14th at 10:40, she passed away. And I have a daughter and a son who's 30 years old, in their 30s. And this hit them really, really hard, losing their mom. And then on January 1st of 2019, I lost my mom to cancer also. So I know what people go through when they have a family member, whether it's a dad, a mom, or a sibling who's either battling cancer, or who lost a battle to cancer. It's a part of your life that you're never going to get back, and especially for kids, that is so sad, and they need help just to get back in life and see the happiness of life again and get them out of the sorrow and the grieving mode. So my daughter, after her mom died, needed to do something. She wanted to do something. So someone told her about Walk with Sally. So she joined Walk with Sally as a mentor. And her mentee was 15 years old at the time. And she just, did a lot together with her. And Christina, her mentee, was just started to lift up, and they did things together. They went out to lunch, they did their nails together and everything. But my daughter told me that, yes, she really helped Christina through this, but Christina helped her to get through her grieving and her sorrow at the same time. Well, I've been Santa Claus helper now for over 30 years with my kids. And my daughter came to me and says, "Dad, I told Walk with Sally that you would be Santa Claus for them at their Christmas event." And I said, "Yeah, I can do that, no problem." So I got there early, and I walked around the event, the Christmas event, and the Christmas music was playing. The kids were making gingerbread houses, and the kids were smiling and laughing. They were away from the reality of their sorrow and everything for that event. And that's what Walk with Sally does. They create events throughout the whole year to bring the mentors and the mentees together, and everybody can be in a different world for a short time out of their sorrow and grieving. So after I became Santa Claus and I went in there as Santa Claus, this little girl, 7-year-old girl, sat on my lap, and her dad had cancer, very bad cancer. So she sat on my lap, and I spent a lot of time with these kids. And we talked about their school, their best teacher, their favorite class, and everything like that. Then at the end, I says, "What can Santa Claus bring to you?" And she says, "Santa Claus, I don't need anything. I just want everybody to be happy and be with family." I says, "Oh, my dear, that is so beautiful, but I want to do something for you." No, Santa, I don't need anything. I want everybody to be happy and to be with family." And then she hugged me, and then she left. That just took my heart and moved it from here to the other side, I'll tell you that much right now. Then this 13-year-old boy came, sits on my lap, hugs me, and we talked about his schooling and everything, and then he left, and then a few minutes later he came back with his gingerbread house, and he says, "Santa, I want you to have this. I says, no, that's yours. You made it. No, Santa. I want you to take this with you, and thank you so much for being here. You know, all the kids were great, but these two, I had to find out who they were because they were just, you know, a little bit up above there, special, exactly right. So we went through all the pictures, and I found who they were, and they were brother and sister. And come to find out that their dad actually passed away a few months before Christmas. So we had to do something. So my daughter and I felt, you know what, we're going to sponsor this family for Christmas. And what that means is that they make out a kind of a list what they need. We buy it for them, and then we bring the gifts to them at their house. But what we did special for them is that it's not me and my daughter that came to their house. It was my daughter and Santa came to their house. So think about this. Here they are. There's the 13-year-old boy, there's a 7-year-old boy, there's the 4-year-old girl, and the mom. The kids open the door. Now think about this, how this reacts. How many people open their door and see Santa Claus standing in front of their door with a wagon full of gifts? They screamed, they hollered, they laughed, they were jumping up and down. And so we spent time together. I gave them all rides in the wagon and everything. And then I was getting ready to leave, and the little 7-year-old girl says, Santa, can you do me a favor? I said, what can I do for you? Can you bring my daddy back? I says, oh, I wish I could. I can't, but feel your heart. Every beat is your dad saying hi to you. And you can talk to him anytime you want. He'll hear you. Oh, she says, I know, Santa, thank you. So that was something that was really gift for them, but it was really touching for me. So then what happened, the teenager there, his mentor had to leave state on business or something. He had to move. So he was available. He didn't have a mentor. So I stepped in as mentor. I became his mentor. And Cristobal is a big kid for his age. He's really big and really smart. Not smarter than me, I tell you. Very, very smart. And so I became his mentor. And beginning, we didn't know each other at all. We had we met and we talked several times. But he was a very shy kid, very shy. And what I noticed with him is that as the time went on throughout the year, he kind of came out of the shell, a little more outspoken, a little more. And then when we did the Christmas event at the ice skating rink this last Christmas, I asked him, hey, I'm going to be Santa Claus helper at this event. I says, can you be my elf? He goes, what? I said, can you be my elf? Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I said, here's the hat. This is your elf hat. This is your bag of candy. You just have to hand them out. He said, I don't know, an elf, me? He says, okay, I'll do it. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a huge step for him, believe me. So we went out there and he had a good time. We had a great time and everything like that together. So it was really, really fun. But what I can see is that through my experience with cancer and all these kids from 7 to 17 years old who either, like I said, lost a parent or a sibling, or a parent or sibling are battling cancer, they need someone there for them beside the family to get them away from that element a little bit so they can laugh and be a kid. And that's where I see where Walk with Sally is part of this. Walk with Sally, that's why Walk with Sally needs money to fundraisers, because what they do, they put all these events together throughout the year, which costs money. Then they have to try to get mentors in. And right now, there are so many boys that are on a waiting list for the mentors. And there's not enough male mentors. But the money goes to bring the mentor in. Now, people say, well, the mentor costs money to bring a mentor in. First thing, you have to do a complete background check because you're dealing with kids. You have to go through complete training because you're dealing with kids. And that takes money. But what we want to do is that right now, there's 150 children with mentors. There's a waiting list of maybe 60, 70 that don't have mentors right now. But there's a whole country out there of kids that need this, and we want to expand this as fast as possible. From here to California, to Arizona, to Nevada, and across, all the way to the East Coast. But that's where we need your help. We need your help for these funds. This is what you're doing. You give whatever you can, and that money goes to helping a kid so that a kid can smile again.
Oh, so touching. Thank you.
Don't make me cry.
You're making me cry. Stop. Yeah, I mean, you touched on it all. The fact that we need more mentors, the fact that we need more male mentors especially, because it's so important for young boys to have that guidance, whether it's, we were talking about different kind of age differences. Some male mentors are more like buddies to their, mentees. Some are more like a father figure.
Or a grandfather. It could be that way too.
Or a grandfather figure. And each child is different in what they're looking for and what they need and what their, family feels that they might need. And so all men who are willing to give up just 6 to 8 hours a month, to meet with them one Saturday a month or a couple of afternoons, just to establish that relationship and let that child know that, hey, I'm here for you and I know what
Exactly
it's like.
Right. And if a child ever needs to talk to someone, maybe something happened where he just needs somebody outside his family, he knows that person knows that they can call, child can call somebody, his mentor, that's always there for them, just to talk them out of whatever's going on. That's so important for kids.
It's so important. And so it makes such a difference in their development and, during these incredibly important times of their lives, during their teenage years, during their, older childhood years. It's just so important for them to have that additional
these are children. Okay, but as an adult, when I went through the same thing all of them went through. And it's tough for me as an adult. Yeah. So imagine a child, losing a loved one, a parent or a sibling. Mm-hmm. They don't even understand what that is. Well, why aren't they here?
Right.
It's a whole different thing for them. Yeah. So they need guidance.
Yeah, they really do.
It's very, very important.
It's so important. And it is. We do need funds in order to make that happen.
Exactly.
So, we're in the middle of our campaign right now. We just started it last week. It runs for the next 5 weeks, but really what we're trying to do is raise enough to support 25 friendships for a year, so they can go to those activities, so they can become a part of this supportive community, so they can know that there's other people out there just like them. And we want to have a person downtown facilitating it so that we can have a large growth in that side of Los Angeles County, because Los Angeles County is a big county.
Huge.
There are millions and millions of people who live just in this county, and we want to be able to support
as many as
all
possible.
of the families who are reaching out
I
and
agree.
need that kind of additional support for their children. So thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
For
and I tell
sharing
you,
your story.
If you can help, please help, because it goes to children and they need that uplifting inspiration.
They're our future.
That's right, they are.
Yep, exactly. Well, thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
Dr.
Thank
Joel.
you. No
Appreciate
problem.
it so
Anytime.
much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this last one. We hope you'll consider mentoring in honor of January being National Mentor Month. If you have any questions, you're still welcome to comment below. We'll always answer them. Feel free to visit our website at walkwithsally.org or give our office a call at 310-322-3900 anytime you're interested in learning more about what we're trying to do, the mentoring program, or even just volunteering or checking it out for a day. We could use, all the support and all the volunteers wherever you might be interested. So thank you so much, and we'll see you at the Friendship Bowl.
This here is my mentee.
There
right
he
there.
is. There's Cristobal. Oh, I love him. All right, well, thank you, Dr.
Thank
Joe.
you so much.
Appreciate it. We'll see